What's up, everybody? Welcome to IGN Game Scoop. I'm your host, Damon Hatfield. Joining me this week is Justin Davis,
Scoop.
Sam Claiborne,
Camp Goose,
and very special guest, Destin Destiny Legary.
Yeah, that's me. Hi, everybody.
Is joining us this week.
first time Game Scooper.
First time?
Last time
This is
Game
new for me. This
Scooper.
is all new foreign territory.
He is fresh off his review of Destiny 2. Been
Yeah, I'm
playing
alive.
Destiny 2 a lot. He
You
survived.
reviewed Destiny?
Yeah.
Sure did.
So welcome to the show, Destin.
Hey.
You might have also heard Destin on Podcast Unlocked.
Hey, were you a
once or
Sega kid?
twice.
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to fill in some gaps for us, but we know Sega a little bit.
Did you own the Sega Master System?
No.
So you weren't a Sega
I was a Genesis kid.
Yeah.
Genesis
Yeah.
kid. Okay, what about
Then I
Sega?
traded it in for Super Nintendo.
Well,
Yeah,
What about 32X? You got that covered for us?
I did. Oh, God.
I had a Sega CD.
Name one 32X game.
we've got a great.
Splatterhouse.
No,
No, that one.
no, that was not a 32X game.
I'm going to do terrible.
Also, only Splatterhouse 2 and 3 are on Sega Genesis. We have a great show for you this week. We're going to talk about all the big news coming out of TGS this week. We're going to talk about the big games that are out this week, including Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But first, let's start with that new Tomb Raider movie trailer
Oh boy.
that we actually debuted on IGN last night.
It's like they're making a movie out of a video game.
It is. It does kind of seem like that.
What could go wrong?
They made two previous Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie. They're rebooting the whole franchise with Alicia Vikander. That's her name, yeah, from Ex Machina.
Seems like no dinosaurs.
Well, at least they didn't.
Not yet.
They didn't give it away in the trailer.
Well, it looks like it's taking place in the same place as the
The
game,
trailer's
right?
super cool. Everybody should check it out.
so.
I like the trailer.
I thought it looked. This video game movies. I don't know if you guys know this. Typically, they're not that great.
Well, Mortal Kombat was good, and
Good.
Street Fighter was great.
Yeah, Street
man.
Fighter. was
Mario
good.
Brothers
So they
was
said-
amazing.
They've said from the beginning, like what we knew about this movie was new Tomb Raider movie coming. You know, it's taking its cues from the rebooted Tomb Raider game. But what we didn't know till we saw the trailer is that it's doing way more than like taking its cues
No, it
from
looks
that
like
game.
they've just adapted that game.
It's like shot for shot. Like it's
Which
really
is
cool.
good.
Yeah,
Was
it is
Assassin's Creed like that? I ignored Assassin's Creed.
Goodness gracious, no.
No, I mean
I don't
just
think
so.
shots.
Such a
Didn't
hit.
they use shots from the?
I mean, he jumped
must have,
off.
right?
He jumped off a
Yeah.
tower and landed in a hay bale or something. I think that's.
Don't do that, kid.
But this one, like the big tanker crash at the beginning. Like
Yeah, I mean, it seems
jumped
like
up-
they're hitting story points.
Yeah.
From the 2013 game reboot, and even like shots of her like flying through the air, running across the collapsing
I have the same
airplane.
like little. I forget what it's called. The hook thing that
Ice axe.
The ice axe.
ice axe, the pick, whatever.
Whatever.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
It's not an ice pick.
Yeah, I guess she's using it for rock climbing. So
Yeah.
rock pick.
Anyway,
I looked it up.
pickaxe.
It's called an ice axe.
It looks cool. I was pleasantly.
So you're thumbs up at least from the trailer.
Well, we saw that poster and I said, "Oh boy!" But then the trailer was really cool.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
So-
Sam, Dustin.
Well, I'm just super skeptical of whatever, but I did like everything that was like action oriented in it. But then every time she was like fumbling with a puzzle, I was like, I don't want to watch this.
You don't want to watch people solve puzzles
At a
on
table,
the big screen.
like click. Oh,
That's what-
genius! And then like the key comes out.
I'm gonna laugh when 30 minutes of the 90-minute movie is her just being stuck
Yeah.
on a puzzle. I can't figure out how to get out of this tomb.
Yeah, you're
What
right.
do I know I need to go over there,
Yeah.
but whenever I do this,
And then it
the thing
backtracks
goes.
through a third of the movie. You're like, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
I'm scared to be excited for this movie because we've been burned so many times
Don't
by
be scared,
video
buddy.
game movies. I think they cast the actress very well.
Yeah, I think so.
She seemed like a good fit for the role in the
An
trailer. at
Oscar
least.
award winner.
Yeah.
And other notable casting in the movie, Laura's father is played by McNulty from The Wire.
Oh yeah.
And Noah from The Affair, if you watch that that show. And then the bad guy is Walton Goggins from Justified, Django Unchained, Vice Principals on HBO. He's an awesome actor.
Awesome.
That's pretty cool. So I don't know. It looks
After Assassin's Creed, I don't trust actor names. I'm just like,
well because they
does
had
it have a
Michael
good script?
Fassbender.
Yeah, that's
true.
No,
Yeah.
it's good.
Another great cast
Maybe it's
there.
just a paycheck for them, but we'll see.
Did you ever see
I hope
Hitman?
not.
I saw Hitman. I watched it without sound on a plane on someone else's screen. So yes,
The
I've
best
seen
way
it.
to
Yeah.
experience it.
That's how you review
the
Destiny.
canonical way.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think there's a space out there for like a really cool Indiana Jones style series. But when I say that, I also like look at that and like if there was like a male actor in it, it's like there's nothing different from Uncharted in that whole trailer. Like that could be an Uncharted movie, which is good too.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't figure out the Uncharted movie. They keep trying.
Yeah, that was announced a long time ago, right? Or talked about.
It's one of those things that's been.
Just make one of the good Indiana Jones movies. Can't be that hard.
Well,
It's
been a while.
We have direct proof that it's hard. entire movie.
Half those movies are good.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wait a minute. There's only been 4.
Yeah.
I think 3/4 of them are good.
I like Temple of Doom, but
don't-
I think it's a bad movie, but I like it.
I don't like Temple of Doom.
Well-
Crystal Skull is incredible. No, it's awful, and I think it's a bad movie.
Yeah. Well, so I have good memories of Temple of Doom, but I haven't seen it in a long time. So
Yeah. I watched it recently, and everybody I was watching it with fell asleep but me, so I like it. I like Ewoks. So.
I like the
generation.
I like the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom arcade game.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's got great voice
Yeah,
sample.
you save those kids.
Kalima. Okay, moving on. TGS, the Tokyo Game Show, is kicking off this week in Japan. Actually, outside Tokyo, ironically.
Not in
enough.
Tokyo, right?
Yeah. And some news is starting to roll out. Sony held a press conference earlier this week. Late at night, under the cover of darkness, Sony held a press
Not
conference.
fun covering.
There are several notable announcements to check off coming out of Sony's press conference. First of all, Monster Hunter World now has a release date, January 26th, a day of kings,
That's soon.
as they say. Well, we knew it was coming
your
early.
birthday?
Yeah. They knew it was coming early 2018. I don't know if you guys have been following this game, but
Looks stunning.
I got a nice long look at it at Gamescom a couple weeks ago, and I've never played a Monster Hunter game, but this game looks like a lot of fun.
Got big monsters.
The kids call it Monhun.
Monhun? Drakwe? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
And they play it.
Monhan is a real thing.
Yeah.
It's for some reason Monhan.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. Why is it Drakwe?
Well, that
Dragon
makes
Quest.
more sense.
It's
At
not
least you're
Quaist.
Okay. Well,
Did you guys
Still-
like the puffball monster? Everybody seemed to latch on.
in
to
the
that
new,
guy.
there was a new trailer with like a fluffy bat monster that looks pretty cool.
I loved how weird and quirky I don't think GDC or not, excuse me, Gamescom, but E3 trailer was, where it was like fighting this big monster, running, chasing, then like cooking.
Yep.
It would
yep.
cut back to like just making a stew.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful game. The monsters are awesome. The gameplay loop is go out, hunt a big monster, harvest it for meat and
Parts.
crafting parts, go back to your town,
That always sounds
craft
good,
better
but
equipment, and then go out,
play them.
hunt a bigger monster.
It can be a little bit slow to start, and sometimes the combat is frustrating, like in Dark Souls.
Yeah. I had the
If
PSP
you,
one.
if you don't like slower combat, like it's like a little bit hard.
The
But
Dark Souls comparison is interesting. Like Monster Hunter fans insist they hate that comparison, but it's like a casual. Like I've only played a little bit of Monster Hunter.
just
and a
comparing
little
the
bit of
combat.
Dark Souls. I'm saying I see that connection 100%. Like there's a little bit of
rolling and stabbing.
a little bit of a
rolling.
deliberate pace to the combat, and make sure you're very careful and cautious.
Yeah, it's almost like MMO influenced, where it's like they have these attacks and they're slow, long animations, and you have to like counter them the right way, and it's all right.
Monster Hunter World is out January 26th. I'm excited. Square Enix announced a whole new game this week. It is called Left Alive. It is a survival action shooter.
We've seen a few of these.
Like what?
Well, there's Metal Gear Survive.
Well, okay.
I don't think it's going to be a multiplayer shooter.
There's the what was the Biohazard Core one?
Is it an evil?
Oh,
Yeah,
like
the Resident Evil shooter.
some more details have emerged. It's set in the Front Mission universe,
Oh,
which is a Square property. If anyone isn't
I
familiar with it,
remember that series.
it's a long-running mech series. Most of them are turn-based games. So it's like Fire Emblem with mechs.
horror.
Front Mission's great.
Turn-based strategy RPGs. So it's set in there. There are 3 playable characters. It is directed by the Armored Core director, Toshifumi Nabeshima, so also another big mech game.
Yeah.
Character designs are by Metal Gear character designer Yoji Shinkawa. We see the great art from
Those are like the famous, like painted, like cool-looking soldiers.
Yeah.
From
I mean, the art was crazy. I actually hadn't heard that that's who was doing the character design. I saw that art, and I'm like, how are they getting away with doing
color.
all this?
it's really cool.
Doing all this Metal Gear art.
Yeah. It's the same guy. They've got mech designer Takayuki Yanase, who worked on Metal Gear and Xenoblade Chronicles X. And then it's being produced by Final Fantasy brand manager Shinji Hashimoto. So a lot of different elements all coming together here to make this game. Left Alive, which is a survival action shooter. It's interesting that you think Metal Gear Survive and Umbrella Corps. Some people in the comments were saying a survival action shooter is The Last of Us. But I would very much doubt this game is
What if it's just PUBG?
like The Last of Us. So you think now you just think survival action shooter is battle royale
Battle Royale, yeah.
with mechs? That could work.
That'd be neat.
Battle
Gotta,
Royale is so
piece
going to
together
be the
your Mac.
next, the next
All
MOBA
busted
thing.
up.
Maybe Hawken will come back.
Let me ask you this. PUBG has been a phenomenal success. Nobody saw it coming. I'm sure every AAA publisher is scratching their heads, being like, how did we miss out on this?
Yeah.
Who will be the first AAA publisher to try to cash in on Battle Royale?
It already happened. Like
Which one?
Fortnite. Fortnite released its Battle Royale mode.
H1Z1
So
totally
Epic
gonna
Games.
try and cash in on that.
I'm thinking about AAA developers,
That's
though.
a joke.
Oh,
I'm thinking
well,
like, is
Epic-
EA, is
Sorry,
Activision going to come in there? Is Ubisoft?
all of them.
All of them. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. That's going to be the next MOBA. Everyone's going to have a Battle Royale game.
Because everybody did hero shooters right away, right?
Yep.
No one else's MOBA really caught on, though.
Nope.
There's just League and Dota, right?
What's the term for that? That we published in our article about PlayerUnknown's Battleground?
I don't know. I call them Battle Royale games.
No. There's a term, like an industry term for. Oh god, it's gonna drive me crazy. I'll come up with it halfway through the episode. There's an industry term for like copying someone first.
Copying someone first?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, there's fast following.
Fast follow.
Is that it?
That's what it is.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
Fast following
work,
is when you copy someone first. So like,
It's an industry term for copycat.
Like let someone
sounds
else
better.
let someone else take the risk and try the new crazy thing. And if you see something take off, you don't need to be first. Just like fast follow. Like
so would you say that Mega Man kart racing fast followed Mario Kart?
well, I don't know how fast it was.
In some, well, if you want to attribute like a successful fast follow up, like Minecraft is what that is.
Well,
Follow up to what?
Yeah.
There was this game called Block something.
Infiniminer.
Infiniminer. That's what it was.
yeah.
I wasn't aware. All right, that's Left Alive,
Controversial.
news game from Square Enix. It will be released for PlayStation 4 sometime in 2018. Turns out Dragon's Crown Pro is real. Information about that was leaked out last week, so we were expecting that. Of course, Dragon's Crown came to PlayStation 3 and Vita. I think that's right. That check out, everybody? Yeah. And that's sort of a modern day hack and slash Golden Axe style game with a really cool.
Is that the one? Wait, I get that one mixed up with Odin Sphere.
Well, same developer.
Odin Sphere was the one that had the circular stages.
Yeah,
And
this-
Dragon's Crown.
Yeah, it's more.
Yeah.
You walk from.
Oh wait, I totally played Dragon's Crown.
Yeah.
Oops.
But it is just hack and slash. It's not like RPG. Like
It's a hack and slash with more RPG elements.
Dragon's
than-
Crown was the
than
one with the
Golden
controversial
Axe.
art.
Yeah. There's the interestingly proportioned characters.
can you kick gnomes?
I'm not sure there is any
Staple of
gnome
the genre.
Yeah.
kicking. But that's going to be released in Japan for PlayStation 4 on January 25th. I think we're still waiting on a Western release date. We found out Zone of the Enders, the second runner, is being remastered
Thank you.
with PSVR support. You're a fan of this game?
Yeah, Zone of the Enders is awesome.
All right. So I've actually never played any Zone of the Enders game.
Yeah, so you're like, well, in this particular one, you're like stuck in the mech. You can't get out, or you die basically. So
Don't get
hangs
out.
It allows
with-
you to get out and die.
No. It's like, hey,
Don't
it'll
erase.
let you.
Don't
It's not
touch
going to
this
tell you to stop. But
Well, why would you get out then?
Yeah, why?
You
is there a
don't.
button for
You
it?
don't.
But you can.
The gameplay. You can't gameplay wise. It's a narrative thing
Okay.
that kind of hooks you.
I
with
see.
the,
You're
the
describing in the universe. You wouldn't
Yeah.
want to get out of your.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got
Gameplay wise, you're in a mech. You fight
Don't
other
hit this
robots.
button.
It's pretty fast paced. I like it a lot.
Is it on rails? These games?
No.
So it's not like Panzer Dragoon.
I don't know about
Saga.
this one because of the VR integration. It looked like, based on the trailer, that was an option and not mandatory. But I don't know more than that.
Well, that one is coming out spring 2018 in Japan. Not sure about Western release date.
I think that's Mark Ryan's favorite game.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
gonna say.
just so you
More
know,
than-
somebody in this office likes that game.
Are you sure it's this one? This
Two
is
is
the
one he
sequel, right?
likes.
2 is his favorite. When I started, I actually got a Jehuti figure that I put
remember
together,
that.
and I gave it to him because he likes the game so much, and he still has it on his desk.
And he
It's like
and he wept.
Beetlejuice, by the way. If we say the name of the game one more time, he's gonna burst in through
Yeah.
the wall.
Really politely though.
Yeah.
But
As his-
Politely.
perhaps the biggest announcement out of Sony's conference this week was that Neko Atsume is coming to PSVR.
Oh boy,
That's cool.
that is cool.
I like that.
I'm gonna get that Egypt cat.
They didn't show any footage of it, but I like the idea of a cute cat collecting VR game.
Yeah, it's great.
But that's going to be the first game that people actually get hurt by VR in because they're just in it all day.
Yeah. The first game where
You're
people
gonna
just
stop eating.
starve to death
Yeah.
while playing.
Yeah.
Watch out. True danger.
Those are the big takeaways from Sony's conference.
What
at
about Final
TGS
Fantasy
this week.
IX?
Oh, well, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Final
Oh,
Fantasy
man.
9 is available on PlayStation 4 right now. That's
AKA
exciting to you?
The best Final Fantasy.
So I just heard somebody else
Definitively.
express that same opinion
Yeah,
today.
A lot of people like 9.
Well, yeah, one of my favorite.
9.
It's funny seeing how games come out and everybody loves them, and then 10 years people are like, oh, wasn't that great? Or like sometimes the opposite can happen. A game comes out and it's kind of so-so, and then the esteem for it grows over time. We talk about that with Red Dead, where it was beloved when it came out, but I feel like it's only become more beloved over time.
Yeah.
And like Final Fantasy IX is like that. I think people came out and they're like, it's a little bit childish. People weren't really. We had 2 sci-fi Final Fantasies, and people weren't super excited to see it go back to its sort of fantasy roots.
I was excited.
The chibi art style, but now it makes me so happy that over a decade later, people have come around and really love that game and its story and music and characters.
Is it the final PS1 game?
Yeah.
Yes, and the last super deformed Final Fantasy also.
Yeah.
Well, in the mainline series, of course. I haven't played it since it came out, so that'd be a fun game to revisit.
I love that with their remakes, Square Enix is they have like a double speed option or a turn off random battles option, or they just give you all these sort of tools at your disposal. You don't have to like earn them or unlock them. It's like, yeah, just do whatever you want with this whole game.
Yeah, it's the same port that's available on PC and mobile as well.
Yeah.
HD characters and cutscenes.
What a great game. Vivi's so good.
Will this have the rewinding and stuff?
I don't know about rewinding, but it's got fast forwarding.
That's what I mean.
Cool.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it does have that.
Yeah. So if you just want to experience the story,
Does it look really different than the original?
looks better.
Yeah, but it's just up-resed or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's in HD now.
Yeah, that's a big step.
It's like what
for
they did with
PlayStation
7, right?
1. Well, Final Fantasy 7,
Right, there's the remake also.
yeah.
That's a confusing comparison.
Full
yeah.
remake. All right, let's run down what's out this week. Of course, probably the biggest game this week is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Well, at least one of the biggest games. There's of
Characters
course,
look perfect.
NBA 2K18 is probably bigger. Characters look perfect, Destin says. No. The reviews are out for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. IGN gave it a 7.7. And
Very good.
If you've been following this game at all,
score.
the final product shouldn't be too much of a surprise. I think the elements that people were worried about are definitely there.
All that stuff you were worried about, yeah, it's still there.
I mean, yeah, it's like they didn't like.
How's the story mode?
There's just no. There's no getting around the fact that the lack of X-Men characters just sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
not having Wolverine. Come on.
Yeah, it's like it.
Or
Magneto.
I mean, that's the
Yeah.
crazy thing.
Well, he was like the the character that a lot of top players would use.
Yeah.
Storm is in there.
Yeah, and of course the art style is not ideal. Like the other day, I was at Coin Op, one of our arcade bars around the corner here, and they have a original Marvel vs. Capcom.
so gorgeous.
You know, objectively, that game looks better than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yep.
It looks amazing. Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, it looks really cool. And then right
Yeah.
before that was Children of the Atom, the X-Men fighting game.
Also look great.
Which looks so, that's like, Juggernaut is so much bigger than the
so
other
cool.
characters.
The animation is so great.
Gigantic sprites
Yeah.
with this lavish animation that you just don't get.
And that's what's such a shame is that Marvel vs. Capcom is supposed to be Marvel versus X-Men because that's what it was. It was Street Fighter versus X-Men. They just called it Marvel versus Capcom.
Here's the thing. I feel like
now X-Men's out of it.
I feel like they did a great job on 3, and then to have Infinite come out and be like the characters don't look right, and the combat's still there. Like that still seems very strong.
That's the good news.
Capcom knows fighting games.
The gameplay is still strong.
Yeah, but just to have the art style so far departed from what that series is.
So funky art style, lack of beloved characters, and a really terrible story mode. Those all bring it down, but the gameplay is still pretty solid.
All right, you need to tell me the ending after the show.
All right. They all die.
It's doubly unfortunate that the art style is so
Not
bad.
Mega Man.
That the art style is so bad because Dragon Blade or Dragon Ball Fighters looks so good.
so
Yes.
authentic.
Absolutely.
Like it's like
Did you see Mega Man and the Ghosts and Goblins guy in it? What's his name?
Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Arthur.
So everybody's super realistic in the game, right? But then those characters can't really be made
super
to
realistic.
look realistic, and so they look like crappy box art. They look like that bad. It's like Mega Man is like this weird plastic face, and the rest of him's like kind of stretched out, and they make like Arthur look like like a weird dwarfed version of a person with like just weird looking face, like, and everybody else is like photoreal. It's really awful.
well,
photoreal.
Well, it's not like it's not
Their proportions are they have
it's
like
not
no necks.
cartoony. I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Like they're trying to do texturing to make it look like I don't know Injustice more than they're like a comic book, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I think so. Also out this week is NBA 2K18. That one's good. And NBA Live 18. That one's not so good.
That's the bad one.
Hex Shards of Fate comes to PlayStation 4. This is a free-to-play collectible card game. The PC version has good reviews, including an 8.2 from IGN Spain.
Yeah.
So there you
I
go.
played it.
Yeah, you played it?
The PC version a little bit. It's very, very, very close to Magic the Gathering in a way that no other digital. They got sued.
What's it called
good.
again?
What?
Hex Shards of Fate.
It's mechanically
If it was
so
a bad
close.
game, we could subtitle it "Shards of Fate."
Oh, we could. No, it's not bad. It's actually
it's
a great
good.
game, but yeah, they got sued by Wizards of the Coast for being too close to.
How low of a score do you think it would have to be to get Shards of Fate?
I think below a 5. Below a 5, yeah. You think in the 5s?
5.9.
Five is
Shards of Fate.
Five is mediocre on our scale, so you got to go lower than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be below a 5.
4, which is probably bad.
4 is
Poor.
bad, I think.
Poor or bad?
I don't know.
What's the difference?
Wait,
Where's Dan?
Do you know what's the our? I know all our labels except one. 2 is painful. And
4
then
is bad.
4 is bad.
Because I
Okay.
gave something a 4 once.
Wow. All right. There you go.
The OG Game of Thrones game is pretty rough.
You reviewed that?
Yeah. Back in the
Weird.
day.
Wait, which one?
reviewed stuff.
Which one?
The
The long
old
RPG.
one where you could play as 2 different characters
What-
and the story changed.
What's the title of the game you're talking about?
Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I missed that one.
I reviewed Hearthstone.
I kind of want to play that.
Yeah, that's true. Was that the last game you
story
reviewed?
wasn't
Yeah.
so bad.
No, Minecraft story mode.
Ah,
I came out of retirement.
Oh yeah.
I'm reviewing a game right now. The game, I'll tell you this, it's out soon and it's very, very hard.
You can't say the name of the game.
I don't know. I don't know. I just want to.
You don't have the
Okay.
embargo?
I also thought it would be fun for the listeners to try and figure it out.
All right.
Sam.
Is it Bubble Bobble?
Also out this week on Vita, there's a new PlayStation Vita game, which is always cause for celebration.
Uh oh.
It's called Mary Skelter Nightmares.
Whoa.
Does anybody know anything about this game?
No.
Yeah, sounds
So I don't know hardly anything about this game except 2 things. It has cute anime girls. It's a Japanese game, and there's a blood rubbing system. So that should tell
Nope.
you. That should tell you what type of game that is.
Mary Skelter, you say?
Burly Minute C comes to PlayStation 4. That's an indie game. I haven't played it, but
they
I
were
think,
at our indie night 2 years ago. Here.
Title kind of says it all.
I think it's been well received on other platforms. The big one this week for me, at least, is SteamWorld Dig 2. Comes to Switch.
Love
Comes to
SteamWorld
Switch
Dig.
first. I love the first game, and some people in the office I think are playing this game and are very much enjoying it.
I couldn't put down that first game, but it feeds that kind of just go a little bit further and get a little bit more stuff, and then you can go a little bit faster.
Well, and this one's
it's
even.
such an addictive cycle.
This one I think is even more of a Metroidvania than the first one was.
They're leaning harder into like that platforming aspect of it, it seems like. It was like sort of like the first game's like 50-50.
Well, in the first game, you just go downwards.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like-
linear.
You go down.
And this-
you see how far you can
And
go.
you like find a cave and then platform through it, basically.
Well, yeah, I think
I need to
there's
look
just
it up.
more
I've
to
been on blackout a little bit for that. I want to play it though.
I haven't finished Mario plus Rabbids though yet. So,
Same.
getting close. Pokken Tournament DX comes to Switch this week. I did not realize that game was not out yet. But
No. Well, for Switch, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, it was out for Wii U
yeah.
and
Just hadn't
arcades.
heard anything about that one
Arcade
recently.
games.
Couple more. Lego Ninjago comes to consoles. Mm-hmm. Well, you're excited?
No.
Okay. All right.
You gonna see the movie?
No.
All right.
What if it's
I had
good?
to think about it. I might. I don't know.
Jackie Chan?
My girlfriend might.
Movie seems
Really?
cute.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dave, you
I
have
I
any-
might see it then if Jackie Chan's in it. There's another very violent movie coming out in October that I'm definitely going to see.
Lego Avengers.
Yep. Nailed it.
Finally, Project Cars 2 is out this week. PS4, Xbox One, and PC. We gave it a 9.2.
Look out,
Wow.
Gran Turismo.
Forza.
And Forza.
Look out, Mario
mean-
Kart.
That's a really high score.
Yeah.
It's time to share what we've been playing. Who would like to go first?
Sure.
Oh boy, do we own
Sure.
Justin
Big
Use
mystery. What I've been
Let's
playing.
do it without Destiny.
Yeah, sure.
Have you been playing anything? But have you been playing Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
Yeah, I played for 20 minutes in the break room.
There you go.
That was great.
All right.
Thanks for checking
Destiny
in.
2. I mean, that's what I've been playing a ton of.
What's your
So,
light level?
Yeah, 305. It's max.
So you're done with the game.
Basically, yeah, I've beaten it. No, I'm going to start a hunter because I made 2 Titans. So I have to delete one now and start a hunter. It was a mechanic that I tried to game the system to be raid ready to have the review done on time.
Did it work?
Yep.
Oh, what's your final?
The system
What
works.
was your final score?
We give it an 8.5.
8.5. That's great.
Yeah.
Great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really digging it in the office too.
I'm excited. I'm like a secret. It's probably not that secret anymore because I've said it on Scoop before. But I'm like a secret Destiny guy. Like I played dozens and dozens of hours of the original, but wasn't on our podcast and didn't make a big stink about it. And I'm waiting for the PC version for the sequel. So missing the boat a little bit, but excited to finally jump in.
A lot of people are excited.
More
for PC.
full game by the time.
What about you guys?
What have you been playing, Damon?
Once again, you will never guess what I've been playing.
Well, I saw it on the sheet. So
Okay, so
I've seen you playing it
Is
every
it an
morning,
old game?
yes.
yeah, it's an old game.
Is it on a portable system?
Yes.
Is it on Game Boy Color?
Yes. Did you see my sheet
No,
too?
I swear I did not.
All right, well, you got it pretty
But
close.
we talk a lot about. I know you've been moving through the years.
Yeah.
Is it the Bionic Commando?
Good guess.
No, we already talked about that.
Well, I know you've been playing it.
Yeah.
Is it the Metal Gear?
No, I played that one recently.
Ghost Babylon?
Wait, is Game Boy Color?
Ghost Babylon?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is it one of the cool Zelda games on that?
Nope.
All right, I'm out.
Resident Evil Gaiden.
Oh, I was gonna say that. Darn it.
Yeah, I never played that one.
I can't believe you zeroed in on Game Boy Color.
Wow.
Well,
You've been working
he knows.
for the year.
Yeah, the last time we checked in, I was playing Bionic Commando Elite Forces on Game Boy Color. So, yeah, this is the Resident Evil. The only not the only portable one because Revelations came to 3DS.
It has rooms and
Yeah.
fixed
It's
cameras.
the
It
whole
stars.
game.
It stars. No, so it's an original game. It stars Barry from Resident Evil 1
love
on a
my
ship,
favorite.
on a cruise ship, where a zombie outbreak
Just like
has happened.
Revelations.
That's
And
right.
you
So
walk
they
around-
They ported the original Resident Evil, and then it never came out. It got completely finished, and then there's some controversy.
This is the one that actually came out.
yeah.
Yeah, and you walk around from room to room, fighting and avoiding zombies and solving basic puzzles. It's not very good.
What's the perspective?
Top down, like
Top down.
kind of top down to the like Metal Gear.
Yeah.
You're like
How fast are the dogs?
the 8-bit. I didn't encounter any dogs.
Okay.
I encountered male and female zombies.
There's no dogs on a ship.
Good point. Good
Impressively, it does include some voice recording, some voice acting. So in the title screen, it goes, and then the zombies moan.
Yeah.
However, yeah, they do that. And then they have moans for the male and female zombies.
Oh, interesting.
But apparently, I don't something with the Game Boy Color's sound chip. They can't play the voice samples and the music at the same time. So when you're walking around, the music's playing, and then when the zombie moans, the music stops, and you just hear a zombie moan. And then when you want to shoot a zombie, or if a zombie grabs you, it switches perspective to first person, and the zombies are walking towards
That's
you.
really cool.
And you have to perform a skill check to see if you can stop this little cursor swinging.
That's great.
In the target zone to see if you hit the zombie.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a nice idea, but like I start out with 10 bullets, and then on my first little encounter, I used all my 10 bullets, and then I just couldn't find any more bullets.
That's it.
So I'm just like running around trying my best to avoid zombies, making it as far as I can. I didn't make it very far. It's not a great game. I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking to have fun. However, if you're interested in some portable gaming history, it's worth a look, I would say.
Thanks for the report, Damon.
There you go. Resident Evil Gaiden. Sam,
Well,
you're done with Metroid?
Yeah, I was going to talk about some other modern games, but I'll just talk about an old game too, because you got to.
Yeah. It's our show.
I've been playing Sinistar a lot.
Love
It's
Sinistar.
it's
Run,
a classic.
run.
Yeah, I think you used to sample it on GameScoop.
We still do.
long before I worked.
We still do.
No, when?
Beware I Live.
Oh yeah, Be Aware I Live. That's from it. Yeah. Basically, you're it's a arcade game from Williams in say 1982, I think. And it's a 49-way joystick, so you have this really smooth access of control, and you're in a little spaceship. But what you do, you might not expect. You don't shoot at stuff necessarily to kill it and do all this like space shooter stuff. Instead, you have this big map, and you explore the map for these meteors that you mine, and you shoot the meteors a bunch, and these other ships just kind of ignore you, and they're just kind of around. They're trying to get the crystals that you mine out of the ship or out of the meteor, and then sometimes the ship will come in and try to shoot you, but they're pretty easy to take out. It's not until you start hearing this horrible sound.
It's so scary.
So it's No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it's like No Man's Sky. It's exactly like No Man's Sky. And then all of a sudden you hear, roar! I live.
Yeah.
And then this giant demon face comes out. It's kind of a spaceship. It's kind of an entity.
Yeah.
And it comes out and just
It's an ancient
swoops
being.
past your screen and has
tries to eat you.
He has fangs.
Yeah.
His name is Sinistar.
Yep.
And he tells you when he's going to be alive. He says, "Beware, I live." And then he says, "Run, coward," which is really rude.
Yeah.
And then he says a couple other things.
Says run,
Why would you
run,
not
and then he
run?
does his shouts, his yells.
Yeah. Rawr! Rawr! Which really
Probably says
How do
something
you
after you
defend?
die too.
So here's the thing: as you mine, you're making bombs on your ship, but you don't shoot these bombs in some like cool like nuclear spread. They just kind of fall out of you like poop. And so you have to get Sinistar, like he's coming at you, and you have a little map screen so you can see him. He screams over to you just like rah, and you're much smaller, and he's like on screen, and then you just run away and you poop out your little bombs, and they all like kind of hit him in the face and take off parts of him.
Yeah.
And then you kill him, and then it starts all over.
Kind of a
again.
survival game. You just try to last
Survival
as long
horror.
as you can. It's the first survival horror game. Yeah.
I don't know how you can
Are there
play this
100
game.
Sinistars chasing you? No, I'm just kidding.
There's just one Sinistar. And I think the other ships are using what you mine to build him off screen. Because he's
Yeah,
in
but
some
it takes
part of
place
space.
off screen. Yeah.
And eventually and if you can run into him before he's built all the way, and it's like half of a Death Star, you know, it like looks all cool and his face is there.
I love how crunchy the explosions are in that game. Yeah. It's awesome. It's a
Again,
very cool
I don't
game.
know how you can play this game.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Very hard game. I don't think I've ever successfully
an arcade.
defeated Sinistar, but it's very
you
cool
can
game.
defeat Sinistar. It just cycles and then it's harder the next time.
Yeah.
We'll play it soon.
All right.
Wow.
Justin? You know-
Man, I can't top that.
well,
Rawr.
I'm bouncing around between a few different games. I finally started Persona 5. Did I talk about this?
yeah,
on the
yeah.
show?
You mentioned that last week. I
Big
think.
investment.
2 weeks ago.
I finished the first palace.
Yeah.
And did a little bit more of the life sim stuff after that. I may be done with it.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
in.
no, really?
Yeah.
Well, no, so like I got into the second palace and I really like the game too, but there's just like other stuff and like I know the likelihood of me ever actually finishing the game is
I get a chance to
low.
play. I can play a couple hours a night, and so I'm like, well, this could be the next 40 days of my life.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I'm kinda
there's a
there
lot of
too.
other cool games out. I started, so Divinity Original Sin 2 came out,
Yeah.
which, you know, Larian Studios has a really great rep. Divinity was great. So I think people had high hopes for the sequel. But 2 has even exceeded people's, like, everyone's like, this is one of the best computer RPGs to come out in a decade. It has multiple, like, 10 out of 10 perfect scores. Like, 2 is just supposed to be absolutely incredible, right? And so I never played that much of the first, so I'm going back and playing the original Divinity as well, the enhanced edition.
On console or on PC?
I'm playing on PC, but I like comfy couch gaming, so I'm playing on a controller on my PC, which I know you played through. Did you do the whole thing, or just
I never finished it. I actually got to a point where I was kind of stuck. I'd like made bad choices with how I developed my characters, and
I've heard the character builds in that game. The drawback of the original Divinity is if you don't build your character in a specific way, you're
Yeah, I was just I got to like a boss fight that I just couldn't beat after several times, and I kind of abandoned it. But
a lot of really innovative stuff in that game, and I don't really know. Maybe I can ask the GameScoop listeners, or maybe I'll ask on Twitter or something. Like, I'm playing the original to prepare for the sequel, but I don't know how important it is to do that.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I should just jump right into the 10 out of 10 sequel.
yeah.
So-
I guess I'll wait for it to come to consoles
Playing
probably
that,
next year
playing-
sometime.
Playing still, I don't know. I don't know that I put Persona in the done with it box, but like, you reach a point where, like, if I haven't played a game in
Yeah,
5 days,
hard to come
7
back.
days, it's like maybe I'm done, and I just haven't admitted it to myself yet.
Just read
so,
the plot synopsis.
Yeah,
just watch the ending on YouTube.
I'll watch the anime.
Yeah.
Or
I guess they string it all together.
No, there's a Persona 5 anime.
Yes, you can.
Separate from the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. Scoop. Now, last week there was some controversy that we need to clear up.
Uh oh.
Let's ask our newcomer. You know Donkey Kong.
I do.
You know Diddy Kong.
Correct.
Are they related?
Yeah.
What?
They're
what
like
do
a
you
family.
What do you think their family relationship is?
They're like a family.
Well, I don't know. You got
No, you're not
Cranky
wrong.
Kong. You got his sister.
Yeah.
You have.
But do you think it's
Kong?
Slow
Hold
down.
on.
Who's the sister?
Dixie
Cranky
Kong?
Kong's sister?
Whoa. Dixie
Sorry,
Kong
I'm
is
just naming off everybody in the
okay.
You're nailing
Before
it.
we
So
get,
wait,
before
but
we
do
get,
you think Diddy Kong is his son? Or what do you like? I'm like, walk me through your.
They're all Cranky Kong's children, right? You're asking biologically, I think.
I'm just. I
yeah,
just
we
wanna
want to know if Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are related, and if so, how?
I think they are.
Okay,
I think they're siblings, brother and
siblings.
Oh, siblings.
Okay,
Okay.
well. The reason why this came up is because during 20 Questions last week, they were asking, they thought they'd narrowed it down to Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah.
And Sam was going to ask, does this game involve monkeys? And I was going to say no, but he stopped himself because, of course, Donkey Kong is an ape, not a monkey. But then there's some confusion because Diddy Kong has a tail. And as we all know, monkeys have tails, but apes don't.
Right.
I didn't know that.
However,
Think about Donkey Kong. He doesn't have a tail.
Well, yeah, I know. But my immediate response
Yeah, sure.
to the people on Twitter were some humans have tails.
Yeah.
Like that episode of X-Files.
Yeah.
however, they do share the same last name. So
Right.
We got questions.
yeah, so the general thinking is that Diddy Kong is supposed to be Donkey Kong's nephew.
We getting into some Kong lore?
That sounds
Is what's
right.
happening here?
That sounds right.
I want
Nephew.
I want the deep lore.
But they appear to be two different. Like Diddy Kong appears to be a monkey, and Donkey Kong appears to be an ape. So,
But Diddy Kong's been described as a chimpanzee, which is an ape.
yes, but chimpanzees don't have tails.
Well, he does. So get off his back.
So, like, as you say, I think the most logical explanation is that he is a deformed ape. He is an ape with a tail.
Yes, or maybe he's a mutant ape.
A special ape.
Yeah, like
he's a special
X-Men's
ape
mutant.
that has a tail.
That
He
was the
made
original
guns
name
that shoot
of
peanuts, so he's a
Donkey
smart
Kong
guy.
Country.
He also knows. Yeah, that's true. They clearly all are part of some sort of genetic engineering experiment because they wear clothes.
I'm so
and
excited
they
about
have
this.
Some semblance
Oh my goodness.
of human traits.
Yeah.
Well done, Damon.
I printed out a.
and this is what's on in your bathroom at home,
Yes.
on the wall. And
Do these cameras zoom? Can we cut away to
Still
B-roll
store?
so people can see? If someone's watching the radio version, you have to see
yeah.
Damon as a Kong
Well,
family tree.
Yeah, and this is I just did a Google search, so you can find this very easily. There's a bunch of these. There's a bunch of these available online.
Other people have asked this
This
question.
is just one that I found. This is a Kong family tree, and some of this may surprise you. For instance, Justin, did you know that Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong?
I did know that.
I did know that one.
From 1981. I believe.
got
what
very
I
skinny.
didn't realize is
Yeah.
that his son then is Donkey Kong Jr.
Wait, so
Yep.
Cranky
who is
Kong's son?
not
Is
Donkey Kong.
No, Donkey Kong today is Donkey Kong Jr.'s son.
Donkey Kong Jr. is missing, maybe kidnapped by Mario.
Maybe.
So
Yeah.
wait. Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country is not Cranky Kong's son. It's his
That's
grandson.
right. That's
grandson.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And presumably the Donkey Kong that's in Mario Kart today.
So what's the last known image of Donkey Kong Jr. you have here?
Which
He dies at the end of 2.
What the heck is that? Who made this?
Again, I don't know who made this family
What's
tree.
pink Donkey Kong Jr.?
It's from
It's in the
from
game.
like it's like the Extra Life Donkey Kong or something from Donkey Kong Jr.
That's not canon.
I know it's not canon. Cranky Kong was married to Wrinkly Kong, but she has since passed. I don't think
What was she
ever-
called when she was young?
Pauline.
Still Wrinkly Kong. Donkey Kong has in a relationship with Candy Kong, and I think his best friend is Funky Kong.
That checks
Yeah.
out.
And then he has two nephews, Baby Kong and Diddy Kong. Although in some references, Nintendo refers to Diddy Kong as just Donkey Kong's buddy, so it's a little unclear.
Who's Baby
They're
Kong?
friends.
It's another baby. It's another
Well,
part of the family
there's
tree.
a baby Donkey Kong in Yoshi's Island for Game Boy Advance. or
This
for DS.
this family tree makes no sense because Donkey Kong is in a relationship with Candy Kong, but then he's got two nephews. So that means Donkey Kong has a brother or sister that we don't.
Yeah.
It's just never.
It just hasn't been.
seen or
It
heard
hasn't
of.
been
Missing father
explored
and
yet.
mother.
You don't want to meet him anyway.
It hasn't been explored yet.
Wait, Candy Kong is in the booths when you walk around the map. She doesn't seem to be your girlfriend in that, or your wife or anything. She just like helps you like surf or something.
Maybe it's from
I
the
don't know.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's
that's
expanded.
that is something to look up. The CG, and I use that in total quotes because I don't know if a computer is actually involved. It's made to look like CG graphics.
I've never seen this
cartoon.
cartoon.
There was
It's
a
an
Donkey Kong Country
untextured
cartoon
disaster.
that ran for like a whole season, and you're right. There's absolutely no textures on anything. Like if you look it up, you will not believe
It's complete,
that it
yeah.
was on television.
Do you remember in Assassin's Creed
Reboot
when
was
there's
on
those
television.
when that guy like didn't have a face and it was just
Yeah.
eyeballs and a tongue waggling?
Yeah.
That's the totality of the masterful animation in this show. There's just eyes hanging and skulls.
Yeah, it's really, really horrific and awful.
Oh, now I gotta look it up.
And I bet Diddy Kong doesn't even have a tail.
That's my
It's too hard to animate.
that's my Friday night sorted.
It totally is.
All right, I think we've cleared up the whole Kong.
All right, so now you're gonna
Kongate.
recite it back to us, Destin.
Yes, it's very simple. Cranky Kong is actually Donkey Kong from the original game. No, I'm not going to do this.
It's actually quite simple. I wish you would have come into the show with that.
Yeah. Oh, well, Damon, let me lay it out.
All right, and that brings us to video game 20 questions. This is going to be Destin's first time playing. Hopefully you know how this works. The listeners send in suggestions. I pick them. I'm the only one who knows this mystery game, and you guys have 20 yes or no questions to figure it out. If you guess a game and it's wrong, you lose. So you want to save your guess until you actually know what it is.
Got it.
This week's suggestion comes from Corey Hutchinson. And he writes in to say, I hope this email finds you all well. I've been enjoying your podcast for years now and would like to thank you for the many hours of lol moments while listening. I've been thinking of 20 questions trivia and hope this one stumps the crew. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I'd like to give a shout out to my wife, Shannon, and 2 daughters, Selena, who turns 3 on September 16th, and Candace, who is 16 months old. I don't get to game as much as I used to with the little ones. However, listening to your experiences and opinions certainly helps me focus what limited time and money on games that align with my preference.
Okay, there's a lot of clues in there.
Yep. So, with all those clues, let the questioning begin.
In this game, can you change your character's clothes or outfits or appearance?
No.
This is a Japanese game.
Yes.
Does it have cats?
No.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think it was?
Well,
Was
I
this
have
game?
no
What were you aiming at?
Nothing.
there?
I didn't know what to
Japanese
ask. I
game were you aiming at?
This game come out after January 1st, 2000?
No.
Oh boy.
Is this from before 1990?
Yes.
Are there mechs in it?
It doesn't have cats.
Ooh.
What game do you know before 1990 that has mechs?
Blaster
Mech
Master.
Warrior?
Okay, is it one of those?
I don't know.
Mech
We're gonna
Warrior's,
find out.
Mech Warrior's not from the 80s, is it?
I don't
Blaster Master doesn't have a mech in it.
think
a tank.
I don't think there are mechs in this
Kind of a
game.
mech.
Okay.
It's a tank.
What about Metal Gear? Or Metal Gear?
Armored Core?
That has.
I think that's been around for a long
time.
time.
Okay, wait. I missed it. What was the question?
He said no.
I don't think there are mechs in this.
Okay.
Pretty sure there aren't.
Japanese 80s game. That's basically all we know of any importance.
No cats. You also know that.
Can't change your outfit. No mechs. No cats. Was this game? Well,
On NES.
yeah, but it almost certainly was, right?
But then we can find out if it's an arcade port. And then I have it in the bag.
Okay, yeah. Was this game released on the NES?
Yes.
Was it also in arcades?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Oh.
You threw me off with all this mech stuff. All right.
No
so
idea what to
think-
ask to help you guys
I mean,
narrow this down.
Well, think about developers or
Wait,
what perspective or genre,
I'm
it's
gonna,
on
I'm gonna,
the NES and was an arcade.
like sci-fi or
From
fantasy.
Japan.
I'm gonna skip the line here. Is the company still in development?
Wow, that's a tough one.
That eliminates Capcom.
Don't.
Yeah, Nintendo. And
I don't think so.
I thought it might have been Popeye.
I don't think they are.
Is this a sci-fi game?
No. That's 10.
Oh, wait, we get 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Is it a
halfway-
fighting game?
No.
Do you control some sort of ship or vehicle?
No.
So Japanese. I mean,
Yeah.
you're looking at me in the face, but like for an arcade
No,
back
no,
then
I,
in the 80s.
I'm still thinking about the
Fighting,
fighting
driving.
games that would have fit this.
So wait, arcade game that was also ported to the NES, made by a Japanese company that's probably not around anymore. And you're not in a ship or vehicle. It sounds like Karnov again.
Does this have multiplayer?
Good question.
By multiplayer, do you just mean
2 player?
multiple
Think
people
I have
can
my
play
answer?
at the same time?
Simultaneous multiplayer.
Yes.
It could be Joe and Mac.
Oh, I was expecting him to say no. I was expecting to say take turns multiplayer.
Yeah. Wait. It sounds like it's Bubble Bobble.
Yeah, was this a licensed game?
No.
Does it have dinosaurs in it?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Really?
It's 15.
Bub,
Really?
Bub and Bob are dinosaurs, you know.
Is it do you beat up other characters?
Do you beat them up?
Or kill them or just
Wait.
fight?
Which
Which
you got?
one?
Because you brought up like multiplayer, like more than one person. Like in Dragon Age, you would go fight enemies and kill them. Or in
Double
River City
Dragon.
Just make your
Ransom,
question
punch
more
up these.
specific. Are you asking if you kill people in this game?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh boy, we're in trouble here.
We
I
got
mean,
this.
but we don't really know. How do we already only have 4 questions left? So
burned a few.
Japanese made 80s, maybe 70s, probably 80s arcade/NES game made by an obscure-ish company where you kill people, but
I don't think it's obscure. I think it's Bubble Bobble, but this is like the ape thing where like he thinks they're dragons and not dinosaurs.
do you kill things in Bubble Bobble?
Sure. You put them in bubbles and you stamp on them and they die.
Who made the original Bubble Bobble?
Taito.
Taito, or was it? It wasn't Hudson.
No.
Okay.
It was Taito.
I did have simultaneous multiplayer.
And it's unclear if it's still around.
If Taito's still around,
Yeah.
they just are releasing mobile.
Anyway,
games now.
there's not a lot of games that you play multiplayer in simultaneously.
Yeah.
There's Jackal and there's Contra and there's Super C and there's just not a lot out there.
Is this
Radius? But those are all like big company games.
Is this like a military themed game?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably not Bubble.
What was the one where you were
Three
an
questions to
army guy,
go.
Sam? You were like an army guy, and you could power up your armor. You flew around in a jetpack, and you could shoot in all directions. You know arcade games better than I do.
Solar Jetman?
There was Jetpack,
Maybe, I don't know.
but that was made by Rare.
Wait, so it's okay? No, if it's military themed and multiplayer, and the company's not around anymore, then that would indicate that it would be. We already did Akari Warriors, and it can't be anything Konami, which is all the other things.
Yeah, that's why I'm not. I'm out.
There's
I don't have it.
It had to be a ton of shoot 'em ups.
Is this played from a side on perspective?
No.
yeah, it's top down. Commando.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Is Capcom.
Was it
Crackdown was top down, but I don't know who did that originally.
the old Crackdown?
Yeah, the old Crackdown.
But that was made in Japan.
What about Smash
Yeah.
TV?
I don't think that was made in Japan either. Maybe it was.
Big money. I think that was mid by.
That also
No, that was
90s.
yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good one though.
Could have been. So we might not be thinking old enough. It could be like Robotron or something like that got ported to the NES.
No, well, I mean, it could be, yeah, but that wasn't on the NES. There was like a bunch of Sega games like Alien Syndrome, Vindicators.
I don't have it. I don't have it.
I have
Did
no
you
idea.
ask about a vehicle?
Yeah, he said
there's
no.
no vehicles.
Okay.
You're on foot. Is it useful to ask if it's single screen or not?
Single screen?
Yeah, like Robotron.
Oh no, because only
We
Smash
know it's a
TV was like
top-down,
that on
right?
the NES.
We don't know for sure it was top
There's
down,
no
but I asked if it
arcade
was
ports
side
on
view.
the arcade ports are like Galaga and Pac-Man, and there's just a few of them from that early era.
It's military themed.
But the co-op is really throwing me off here. Military co-op game. What did you guys play with friends when you were a kid besides Contra? Like games like that.
We
Jackal
only,
and
we only
Contra.
played Contra.
Iron Tank
Yeah,
is one of
that's
them.
it.
We only got 2 questions left.
Yeah. All right. Well, are there sequels?
No.
Oh man,
And that brings us to the final question.
Sam, we need you.
A company that's unclear if it's around anymore. It's Japanese.
Probably not.
It's military. Sounds like it's pretty obscure.
I would have never got Ikari Warriors either. So
I know, but we got that and Russian Attack right at the last minute.
Mm.
It sounds like it's one of those
I'm
type
not
of
here.
games.
It's too old.
yep.
Berserk.
Maybe it's just Ikari Warriors 2.
There's no sequel.
3.
All right. What's our guess?
Well, I don't
But
think-
who made Ikari Warriors? It's like Capcom or something. So that doesn't make any sense.
yeah, but we don't have it. We don't even have a guess. I don't have it.
Fighting.
And it's
game.
not licensed because I was thinking of Rambo.
It's not licensed.
Journey to Silius, maybe.
Ooh,
Do it.
That's
Do
not
it.
a multiplayer though.
That's sci-fi though. Yeah, you're right. It's not multiplayer.
That's side scroller.
Side scrolling. Oh god. I don't know what to do.
You gotta guess.
You're the arcade guy.
Gotta guess something. You gotta
Telling
end
you.
the game.
Oh yeah, and it was in arcades too. That's good. Operation
Arcades
Wolf,
and NES.
maybe.
That's a vehicle though, right?
Was Operation?
No, I don't
Was
know. what it is.
Well,
Helicopter.
no, but it's not. Well, all we asked was, is it from a side-scrolling perspective? So if it's a really old, late '80s first-person game, maybe. That's as good a guess as any. I don't think it's
Aerosmith.
right. But
No, it's-
Yeah. Can the things fit stuff like that?
Yeah. I'll let you. We're at question 19. I'll let you ask one more question before you guess if you want to do that.
Okay.
is it a first-person game?
No.
All right.
Okay, well then we give up.
Do you just give up?
Ikari Warriors 3.
No. But Ikari Warriors is very, very close. It is also developed by Data East. Is Data East still in business?
No.
I don't think they are.
Hold
I don't
on.
think so.
If it's Data East, I can't think of it.
1987, arcades and NES and computers at the time. The Ikari Warriors like Heavy Barrel.
Heavy Barrel. Oh yeah, that was a cool one.
Haven't even heard of
cool
it.
Dude,
controls.
you're
and everything.
Yep, top down, vertically scrolling.
He was trying to stump us. That's
run and gun game, unique for its spinning, the two spinning
actual
controllers.
spinning like barrel control, weird setup.
That's right. I've never actually played that game or even really seen it. Been
It's
familiar
cool.
with it, but I've seen the.
It's
that
just like
controller.
Ikari Warriors in the arcade.
I want to look that up after this show.
It's a really cool game.
Dude, we need less heavy barrel and more Diddy Kong Racing.
You had Diddy Kong Racing last week.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. They can't all be Diddy Kong Racing, Justin.
Did Ikari Warriors 3 fit all of our criteria?
Well, it gets a little bit more sci-fi. The sequels do. You start fighting monsters. In 2 and 3, I think you start fighting monsters. Yeah.
I also think it's misleading if something's the last something in a franchise to say it had no sequel.
Well, we should
I love
should
that.
settle
I love
that.
that,
We should settle that. What if the game were Mario Kart 8?
Yeah.
And you asked if there are sequels? What? How should I answer?
Maybe.
think
You answer like this. Nope.
Well, I think we probably need to. Is this part of a franchise? Needs to be our question. Are there multiple games in this series? Needs to be our question. Then that avoids that ambiguity.
I haven't really picked any like sequels. Like it would be tough if it was like Madden 12.
Yeah.
You do that in GameScope, and that's when it gets really hard.
Yeah.
But it's like the art though looks different between games. So it makes sense. It happens.
Thank you for the suggestion, Corey Hutchinson. If you have your own suggestions, email them to gamescoop@ign.com. And that is all your scoops for this week. Thanks for joining us today, Destin.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Justin.
The heaviest barrel.
My name is Damon. This is IGN Game Scoop, and we're out.